of the City Link and will be co-financed by both parties. The project includes the rehabilitation of the city's ice plant, digitizing the museum to an ultra-modern one, and the construction of over 500 energy-saving street light poles for the whole of Banjul. The Lord Mayor of Banjul, Ablai Ba, on a cheerful mood, expressed delight at the project set to benefit thousands in Banjul. He envisaged that the rehabilitation will give the island city a facelift, empower youth, as well as reduce council's financial burden.
A magnitude of 5 tons of ice cubes is a huge amount. And I'm quite sure that if we have a proper management of this ice plant, it can develop a lot and it can empower youth.
Mayor Ba further shed light on the ice plant in particular as part of the project, and is anticipated to house a 5-ton ice cube machine for the preservation of fish. When revitalized, he believes the cold store will engage women in the fisheries sector, thereby serving as a major source of income for the council.
To reform the ice plant, although the ice plant was not belongs to us, it was supervised by the Minister of Fisheries. When I raised about this issue in Austin, they were very willing to support, because there were genuine reasons that can motivate the people of Austin to purchase a machine with the magnitude of $1.5 million.
The project is part of the cooperative agreement signed between BCC and Ostend under the City Link. Peter Van Slambroek, who headed the Belgian delegation, underlined the project's importance to the enhancement of food security in the capital.
We are going to help to rehabilitate the ice plant, which was not in use, but which is quite interesting for food security and fishing activities here in Banjul. The museum as well was highlighted, that we would like to play a role there.
Mr. Van Slambroek, who fell in love with the rich culture of the capital city, also expressed his desire to promote Gambian culture back home in Belgium.
The Gambia has a very rich culture, one of the richest here in West Africa. If you even take a look in the whole of Africa, you have a very wide variety, different ethnic groups, different nationalities. Only here in Banjul you see a wide variety of expression of all these different people which live together in harmony. So it's certainly something that can convince people to come here.
Babkar Nyang, the National Assembly member for Banjul South, also welcomed the initiative and exuded confidence that the scheme, when completed, will address some of the constraints the capital city is facing.
The ice plant, as the lawyer highlighted, is going to be our plus, because our constraints will be resolved.
Visiting Belgians were treated to a cultural performance by the city dwellers in appreciation of a multi-million-dollar development that could herald a raft of benefits for the City of Light. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The National Organizing Committee for this year's National Youth Conference and Festival has been inaugurated by the National Youth Council under the aegis of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Uminjai has more on that ceremony, which sought to prepare the ground ahead of the 11th edition to be hosted by Lower River Region.
In short, NACOF is a biennial event set aside by the government to bring youths across the length and breadth of the country together. The event provides a platform for young people to discuss issues affecting their lives while giving them the opportunity for more sporting activities. In preparation for the NACOF 2014, the National Youth Council, together with its parent body, Ministry of Youth and Sports, recently inaugurated its National Organizing Committee for the 11th edition of the NACOF, which will be hosted by the Lower River Region. This year's NACOF, themed on the youth entrepreneurship and sports development, constitute two essential elements for youth development, which are entrepreneurship and enterprise development, and also looking at better ways for sports development in the country.
The need to engage our young people, not only the young people, in fact the populace, meaningfully, productively, to collectively contribute to our economic development, that need is very high, and it's not only high, but it's very urgent. But over the years, what we have seen is that government going out of its way by creating the environment, by consuming people, giving them employment in the public sector, in the civil service, environment created for the private sector to operate, again, directly or indirectly, that environment creating employment opportunities. But we are saying there is more that we can do, much as government will create employment.
The governor of Lower River Region, Saliu Pui, assured all of a successful staging of the NACOF, noting that it will be a NACOF with a difference. The executive secretary of the National Youth Council outlined that the event will not only take sports to a higher level, but will also serve to propel the youth development drive.
It's as a result of these reasons that we are here today to inaugurate this body. NACOF is important in the annals of the young people of this country because this is the platform where the young people come into interface with the stakeholders and the authorities to dialogue on issues affecting their lives. It's also a platform where they have the opportunity to interface with their friends and well-wishers of the young people, be it the development partners and other institutions.
As the team Youth Entrepreneurship and Sport Development Review strategy this year, is another opportunity for us youth in fulfilling the trust vested on us by the government and the entire Gambian people.
Given the importance of this biennial event, the newly inaugurated National Organizing Committee for 2014 NACOF are tasked with the responsibility of ensuring a successful gathering. Ominjai, GRTS.
Well, that report by Uminjai takes us to our first break. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia. Welcome back. All eyes are on Sochi, Russia, where the Winter Olympics will be staged. The city has undergone an incredible $50 billion makeover, but activists say venues and hotels have been built on the backs of abused workers. CNN's Nick Robertson investigates the claims.
A photograph from last summer.
This is where the police beat you.
Builder Mardiros Dermichan is near to tears as he tells me of his ordeal at the hands of Sochi's police. After they beat me unconscious, he says, they took away my trousers and raped me with an iron bar. Told me to confess. His mistake, he says, was to complain to his Olympic construction site boss about long hours and lack of pay. This video, he says, was shot inside the police station when a doctor came to examine him. The police said to me, drop your claims of back pay when your boss will get you out of jail.
Local police deny his claims of abuse, and his employer says they've done nothing wrong. But human rights group Human Rights Watch says they've interviewed many Olympic construction workers, and the workplace conditions Dermichan complains about, they say, are typical.
An estimated 95,000 workers toiled over the glitzy Olympic constructions in the seaside resort and higher in the mountains. Reports of cost overruns are legendary in Russia now. Close to $50 billion spent. Almost none of those billions, according to Human Rights Watch, making it to the men on whose backs the Olympics were built.
Abuses that they told us about included non-payment of wages or significant delays in payment of wages, excessive working hours, inadequate living conditions.
Videos shot at the time by construction workers reveal dire conditions. In another video, these workers all complain. No wages, overcrowded conditions, no water. But when workers went on strike, they were punished. Migrant workers, 1/6 the total workforce, the most vulnerable.
There were many instances where employers would effectively retaliate against those workers who dared to speak up about,